Hello guys, welcome back to our channel, and this is our video number 9 in Java course. So if you are new here, Info is a YouTube channel for all those who are trying to learn new technologies every day. So please consider subscribing the channel and also click on the bell icon so you won't miss any of our videos. Okay, let's talk about naming conventions. Now when you are building a software, you have to write many lines of code, right? And while you are writing or after you are done, you probably don't remember every name you use. And even someone look through your code, it will be hard for them to read the code. So when we write a code, it should be readable and it should be efficient. Now when we write few lines of code, we have a habit of using I, J, K or A, B, C or X, Y as names, right? In fact, I used most of them in our previous videos. But it's not a good practice. To become a good developer, you must use proper naming convention. So when someone sees a name, they can realize what is it. And to do that, every programmer uses a standard naming convention. So let's see how we name different things. So suppose we are using a name for a variable. Now when we make the name, it should look like a variable name. For example, if you are using a variable for employee's salary, you can use emp salary. Or if you are using a name for employees' names, you can use emp names. So it should be simple, but it should clearly tell what is this variable. Now if you are naming a class, it should have a proper name. For example, for employees class, you can use employee. Or for customers class, you can use customers, like that. Now if you are naming an interface, it should be look like this. Runnable, readable. Basically, it should be an adjective. And the first letter is a capital letter. We haven't done interfaces yet, but when we do, it's good to use these kind of names. So when we name interfaces, make sure to use an adjective. Most of the times, we use able at the end of the word. But that's not the case always, so it can be different. However, it should be an adjective. And when you are naming a class, it should be a noun. And the first letter should be capital. For example, employee, E capital, student, S capital, table, T capital. So these are classes. And also they are in singular. We don't need to go deep into English, but we don't use plural for classes. And when you are using methods, it should be a verb. We use add values in one of our videos. So add is a verb. And also when we see print method, it is a verb, right? So methods should be named as verbs. Now if you have more than one word, try to make the first letter of each word as a capital letter. Now this concept is called camel case naming. Every first letter of each word is capital. And when it is a variable, it should have proper understandable name. All the letters in the name can be in simple letters. It doesn't matter much, but good to use simple letters. And if it is a constant, it should have all capital letters. Now what is a constant? A constant is a variable with a fixed value. For example, maths pi. Now this is a constant. It doesn't change. The value is always fixed. And also you can declare your own constants. For an example, minimum price, max price. So when you have more than one word to it, try to use underscore to divide, since we can't use camel case because they are all in capital already. So these are basically all names you might need. There's also constructors, but the name of constructor is the name of the class. So only difference is having parentheses. So we don't have to talk specifically about constructors. It is the name of the class. Now let's take some names quickly and try to realize what are they. Now first this one, task perform. So what is this? This is a verb with parentheses. Therefore, it should be a method. When we have a verb, it is a method. Now then this one, calculator. It has a capital first letter and also it is a noun. So it should be a class. We name classes in nouns. Therefore this should be a class. Now take this one, employee. So if you consider this name, employee, it is also looking like a class. It has the capital letter and it is a noun. But this one contains parentheses. So what can be a class name with parentheses? That is a constructor. So therefore this one is a constructor. Alright, now this one. Now it has able at the end, which means it is an adjective. So when we name something in adjective form, it is an interface. Now finally this one, S name. Now all letters are simple, so it should be a variable. Okay, so now we can see a name and understand what are they. Now if you see this, calculator obj is equal to new calculator. So with our naming convention is standard, with that knowledge, this calculator is the class name, right? It has a noun, the first letter is capital, so it is a class name. Then this obj, it is in simple letters, so we can say it's a variable name. But in this case, actually it is the object name. It is not so much of difference. But in this case, this is the object name. So object names and variable names are declared in the same way. Now then with this one, this is also a noun. And the first letter is capital, so it is a class. But it has parentheses. Therefore, we know that this name was taken from a class, and when there's parentheses, it is a constructor. So when we see something like this, wherever in the code, we can understand each one and what they are doing, and the job of each one. So that is why naming convention is very important when you are programming. Alright, so that is all about naming conventions in Java. So thank you for watching the video, and please consider subscribing to the channel, and we will see you soon with our next video.